Hello, folks. Sorry for the technical difficulties. This is an art and a science, so sometimes we have a little hiccups.
So our director is. Let's just move on, and we have another step coming up. Correct,
Yes.
Chet?
Step 2, eat like a normal person.
Great. Hey, look.
We consider ourselves foodies.
Oh.
Yes.
So
And
this means
this
a lot.
looks
You know, so are zombies.
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
Right. It's because they're passionate, whether
They're
you agree
passionate
with what
about
they
their
eat or
food.
not. Right. And now I was ready to say, regardless of what it is, that this looks good, but it actually doesn't.
Yeah, none of this looks good.
Yeah.
Well, not yet.
But that's where the magic comes in.
Right. So tell us what.
From these humble ingredients, we will make a fun weeknight meatloaf.
Great.
Okay, great. So we're going to start with all the ingredients you would need for a meatloaf.
Could you explain? Could you explain the bowl of blood with stuff floating in it?
Those are little bits from actually my last victim. I promise you this was my last one. This is not fresh. Again, I have been clean and zombie-free for 5.5 weeks now. It's amazing how fast you can get a book published.
So you're saying that the blood I see a little bit dried on your hands there. That's not fresh blood.
So what we've got here are a variety of meats, okay? Now, we're going to start with the meatloaf, okay? We're not starting healthy. I'm not getting you zombie heads on kale right now, okay? We want this food to be fun to eat, okay?
Right.
Come
That's,
on.
That's why we're mixing in a little bit of human blood, okay? Because we want to ease your stomach off the sauce. And by sauce, I mean the bodily fluids of the recently killed.
I notice that, first of all, it's a good time to mention that the room doesn't smell good, and it hasn't smelled good for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
don't
smell like perfume, like heavy
Right.
perfume. But this is pungent.
This is probably what it is. It's probably not my body. It's probably these things.
No, we didn't mean to suggest that.
Right. It's like when Chris cared, and I'm assuming.
Oh, do you mind if I open
Please do.
I wouldn't.
I do have to say
that seems like an odd way to open it.
Yeah. When Chris brought this stuff over, it was like he carried a smell over here.
these? Well,
Oh, good God.
there we go. Now we've opened up the ground chuck. All right, that's the base of any good meatloaf.
That
okay?
does not even smell good.
Great. So first we're just going to take just a couple handfuls. All right, there we go. It's a nice base.
I'm sort of surprised by how uncomfortable it is watching you do that. Because that's fine. That's not even problematic.
Well, one thing I want to say, and I believe me, I want to be saying positive things about what's happening, but nothing about this seems natural. I mean,
Wow. Well, these are meats. There's nothing more natural than meat.
Absolutely.
All of these came from the animals we're allowed to eat by law and other jurisdictions. These are all legal meats aside from my special sauce. So we've got, this is from cows, this is little pig ears, and this is another piece of cow. Now,
And the secret is, like I said, it's similar enough to what a zombie might want a
Right.
human
Right.
body part.
right,
Right.
absolutely. Meat is meat, people. Just keep telling yourself that. Meat is meat.
one thing I want to say is I don't understand cooking per se, but I don't understand how this is going to turn into anything good.
Well-
and that's sort of if there's one thing that's exciting, I'm excited to see this turn into something better.
Great. Well, here's a big secret of human cooking that's very different than zombie cooking. Heat. You put this in an oven.
Right.
You don't eat it raw.
Right.
Okay? When you eat raw meat, it upsets people. You get kicked out of public establishments, bathrooms, what have you. When you eat a cooked meat, you can eat it just about anywhere.
I have thought to myself, I'd like to eat raw meat in a bathroom, but
It's a great place for it.
but I never went through with it. Well, you almost got me there.
Oh, sorry about that.
Again, what's happening right now is that Chet Siegel is a recovered zombie. She's human again, and she's just. I mean, supposedly she's showing us how to cook food, and it doesn't. While it doesn't look good to us, we're able to see it in much more detail. Even when you zoom in there, it doesn't really do it justice to how disgusting this really looks.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time even watching this. The reality, but the trick is, I just want to make sure I'm following, is that you're tricking your zombie brain into believing you're eating human flesh. You're actually just eating animal flesh.
Yes, you're just eating animal flesh. Now, I'm going to say something to you that I used to say when I taught children, okay? Now, when a kid would come to class with maybe a lunch that looked different than the other kids' lunches, and the other kids would say, ew, icky, that's gross. I would say to the kids, don't yuck anybody's yum. Don't yuck my yum. This may be yuck to you, but this is yum to me and many other zombies. So now that we've combined all the meats and you always want to use a binder when you're making meatloaf, in this case, blood and a little bit of intestine of a human man, but you could also use a chicken egg. Then you're going to just pop this, paper plate and all, into a preheated 365-degree oven. Bingo, bango. In the meantime, have yourself some snacks.
That's cat food, by the way. I want to throw out there that it seems to me, and again, I'm no expert, but it seems to me like you'd have to murder someone in order to get the blood.
Right.
And if you're trying to recover, it seems sort of ill-timed to say, well, get yourself some human blood. Is there something I'm missing there? How do you sort of reconcile those two things?
Well, it's you're not going to go cold turkey, okay?
Right.
Nobody quits anything immediately. When it's dangerous, it's bad for the body, and so that's what I'm telling you to do: is ease it out. Find a willing donor. Find someone who wants to die. Find someone suicidal. Find somebody with a bad job. Find somebody who's not contributing otherwise to society. I'm saying be selective when you kill, if you have to kill.
When it comes to killing people, my first thought would be go cold turkey. But you're saying what's the problem with that? Is it just too hard to not kill? Is it too
For a
hard
zombie.
to quit?
For a
zombie.
Have any of you all ever been vegetarians or vegans?
No.
Well,
I've eaten all synthetic food for
Okay.
about 6 months.
my ex-wife is raising our children.
Congratulations.
And, well, yeah, she's raising our children, full stop. Also, she's raising them vegan.
Now, just imagine you gave your little vegan son a little bite of a chicken nugget. He'd shit his fucking pants, okay? But
Whoa.
I'm just saying he would. He's
I
not
can
used
te-
to it in the system.
You probably sometimes had to get some hard love, some tough love with words like that.
Hey, expert testimony, everything you're saying is true.
It's true. So we're trying not to shock the body, okay? You're going to have to crack a few eggs to make a cake.
I would love to hear more about.
Let's fly in, Chris. Let's fly in. What does the finished product look like? Because we've been pre-baking this.
That smells incredible.
That actually does look good.
Yeah, that
TV
looks
magic.
that looks great, and it's sort of. I mean, if we could just walk that up to the camera. I'm going to go ahead and walk this up to the camera just to get a good.
And
just
you're
to get
saying
a good look.
and that, folks, that's got pig ears, ground round, human, just a little bit of human blood,
From a
and-
43-year-old Caucasian man.
and beef boneless chuck. So,
Always without the bones.
and we're gonna print we're gonna post the recipe on our website for the
Thank you
audience.
so much.
So there you go. I mean, first of all, I couldn't have composed this shot better. I mean, there she is.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stand here for one more second. Great.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, we've seen step one.
Now I want to
like
sort
a
of
normal
comment.
person.
I sort of want to comment on what just happened. Is that
when you
I
almost fell
I
over?
almost fell over.
Well,
and,
see,
and
and
that was
that's-
fun. And that's sort of it's sort of an example of. the
It's
kind-
cool.
It's cool.
I liked it.
It was a
now
cool
I'm
moment.
wondering that probably leads right into step 3, right? Which
Yes.
is
Move normally.
move normally,
Move normally.
which is harder than it seems sometimes.
Very hard.
For a zombie. Again, we're talking about for a zombie. Chris, how's my mic, by the way?
He's giving us
how
the
we doing?
thumbs up.
Great.
Wow.
Great. Sometimes that's a little inside joke he and I have.
We like the inside jokes between Alex and the director.
That's very
The cool
funny.
thing
They
about
s-
having a guest is that she's here, she's now. We
And-
want to
and-
move normally. Is
Step 3 is move normally.
Oh, I thought what you were going to say is we have a guest. She's here, so like let's make some inside jokes with our
yeah, that's
director.
what we'll save that for the Alex show.
Well, that's what I
But-
did, but it was fun.
But I'm trying to figure out how does a zombie learn to move normally?
The way we all learn how to move normally. Aerobics.
Well, I've never taken an aerobics class.
I'm out of shape, but I think this isn't for us. This is
No,
this is for a
zombies.
zombie.
right.
So let's get up. We're going to do a couple little moves.
Oh, we're
Great,
getting up.
great. This is fun. Now this is what if we could if we could copyright the phrase "cool moment."
Sure.
I feel like so many cool moments happen on our show, and this is one of them. So lead the cool. Let's let the cool moment unfold.
All right, first things first. When you're a zombie, your appendages are stiff, okay? That's a thing that we all struggle with, the zombies, is stiffness. Okay? So what we want to do is try to get some flexibility. We're going to try to do a couple arm raises. Okay?
Okay, that feels good.
Now let me make a couple adjustments over here. All right, let's see how far we can get them up. Let's get you.
Okay. I think I'm
Sorry,
doing all right.
Are you AB? AB pause?
You know, I don't know. I don't like to talk about my blood type
Smells good.
openly.
Smells
Well,
good. Very good. Very
Great.
good.
So I'm moving
Move
normally,
your arm
focused
up.
on the movement, not
Great.
my blood
And now
type.
just move it down.
Sure. Moving it down.
Now this will happen. This will happen. This still happens to me. I'm in recovery, but it gets stuck. You can just force it down.
I can hear it creaking. I can hear your bones.
Are we supposed to pretend we're having the same problems you are?
For this simulation, yes.
I see.
Okay, great. So.
Great. And now let's move on to the lower body.
Wait.
Great.
That's what I would have done if I was a real zombie.
Wonderful move. And now another thing you want to do is get your heart rate up, because as a zombie, your heart rate is nothing.
Right. So you want to force blood
Force
through your
blood
system,
through your
whatever's
system.
left and hasn't coagulated.
Great. So you were just going to do a side-to-side movement. Great.
Sort of a shuffle.
Well, here's the adjustment.
Like
As
Dr.
a
Evil.
zombie, you're going to drag your legs. As a human being, you're going to pick them up. So I'm going to go over to you, Alex. I'm going to give you a little adjustment.
Okay. Now, I haven't done anything yet to adjust, so I'm kind of wondering what's going on.
No, you're shuffling. You're
Okay,
moving.
great.
So just
Shuffling
step
back to-
side. Let's do a step touch and another step touch. Great.
It's almost like dancing.
It is.
Right.
Aerobics is dancing for adults.
Right. It's dancing on video.
It's dancing on video in small clothes. Very good.
Isn't that great? Now,
This looks so normal. Look at us. We're really doing it.
We're not zombies.
You could see us at a bank.
right,
Yeah.
this is
Right? You wouldn't call a panic button for this.
right. A healthy human being moves fluidly. I mean, Eric and I definitely look better than you, but like you're still recovering.
Yeah.
And if I saw the three of us, I'd just say, "Hey, where's their bucket with change in it? Because I'm going to throw a quarter in there."
Yeah. I'd say let's hire these guys for a really important job, and then let's start a family with each of them.
Yeah.
Great. Now let me just give you one. Let's just see that sway move one more time. Very nice. Now I'm going to just see if we can get your knees to bend a little more.
Okay. Well, there's no bending happening. What? Okay. It just seems like your head's getting close to my
Getting
leg.
close to it.
Seems like you.
I smelled, do you use a hydrocortisone cream? Do you have topical eczema?
You can be honest.
Yeah. I mean, no. You know what? No. I
Right.
don't. I don't have eczema.
Of course. A normal woman wouldn't be able to smell that. But, so, maybe
Well,
my smelling is off now that I'm a human
yeah, your
woman.
smelling is wrong.
And no longer a zombie.
I'm not mad about how that segment ended, but I am. You know what? I'm excited.
Chet, tell us a little bit about like how much of it is fake it till you make it, because I can see. I mean, you. I wonder how much it's kind of that mental willpower versus if you're actually feeling like you're a human being.
Oh, yeah. It's about feeling like a human, okay? Feeling like a human, reminding yourself of your humanity. Repeat to yourself. Do a few simple breathing exercises. This isn't one of the official steps, but this is something that can help you when you're getting a craving. Breathe in deeply through the nose. Push the air out through the mouth. And just remind yourself, I'm a person, and people don't eat people. Now, along those lines of regaining your humanity, a very human thing to do is to make amends. And that is step 4. You make amends for the families and the victims of your zombie-induced crimes. So I would like to invite, I'm sorry, I have a guest.
And this is what, again, if we could copyright it, it's what we call a dark of the night cool moment.
Sure. Because when guests invite guests on, you could take it, ad infinitum, really.
Right. Imagine an infinite ladder of guests inviting guests, and then we'd probably, I don't know.
Explode.
Yeah.
So this is a young man whose family I ate.
Does he? Okay.
Okay, and he's mad,
Hi.
is what I'm getting so far.
If I had known that
Why
this was
don't-
going to happen, I don't know that I would have okayed this.
Okay.
Son, why don't you introduce yourself to the kid?
My name's Micah Pratchett, and you killed my entire family.
Well,
I
would
feel
like
like we
to-
shouldn't even be here for this.
And that being said, again, something very cool I think is about to happen, which is that I think some amends are going to be made. So please feel free to cut loose.
We're just going to go to the snack machine. We'll be back.
I took the mic away from you.
I mean, I'm here. I'll hear what you have to say, but I'm going to be honest. I'm pretty uncomfortable.
okay, and I respect you for being here. Now, as a human woman, I recognize that my actions as a not human zombie were wrong. Okay? And when I came across your deliciously plump family playing frisbee golf in a field,
A lot of health issues.
I couldn't help myself. And now that I finally have gotten myself the help I need to be a woman again, I just want to say, I'm sorry.
All right. I gotta say, I appreciate that, and
So you accept?
well, hold on.
Okay.
To help myself through that horrible event, I took up an art form, like an art therapy type situation.
That's very liberal
And,
and East Coast of you.
Yeah, and the art form I took up was slam poetry, and I actually wrote a poem that I'd like to read to you.
Are you going to read it or are you going to slam it?
I'm gonna slam for sure.
please slam it.
It's called reading in the community. It's all right if I stand? Yeah, I had a family once, all gone now, picked off one by one. Family reunion. Should have been fun. Scallions, mustard, pepper, salt, potato salad, grandma's recipe. Recipe for disaster. She's the side dish. No burgers on these lips. Lumbering, stink of death. It hollowed out my sister Beth. Mother made meal in front of children. Red on tablecloth, chair, and hair. I don't mean ketchup. Gary's guts, Harry's heart, Brian's brains, Roger's feet. The parts of my cousins I saw the zombie eat. My dad, Doug Pratchett, Sr., never quite saw eye to eye. Doesn't mean he should have been eaten alive, ass first.
It's okay, take as much
These
time as you need.
days, I'm a bit of a recluse. Thing is, you kind of stop going out when a monster eats all 6 of your nephews. Family reunion. Should have been fun. It's called family reunion.
Do you clap after these?
It's really up to the audience member.
Well, I've waited too long now to clap. I just want to let you know that your family did not die in vain, because their death gave you the gift of poetry. And
That
I just
is
want
true.
to, and I just, you've got a lot of potential. You wear your hat wrong, and I like that. Let's bring it
That's
in
how I
for.
stand out in the scene.
Can I give you a hug? Are we good?
You know what? Yeah, let's do this. So, I'm gonna set this down.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Sorry, everyone.
Sorry. For what it's worth, what a sweet boy.
So just to be clear,
You killed a man.
You killed a man.
He was a boy.
That's worse.
He was a boy. Look, it's a struggle.
Did
okay?
you know you were going to kill him when you invited him on the show to read slam poetry?
No. It was a decision I let my zombie brain make.
Cut to the wide for a second. This is not good. Our show, where it is right now, it's not good. And we don't like it, and we don't approve of it. A man is dead. Do you know whose fault that is?
Yes,
I feel like you took a while to respond.
it's the fault of the man who made me a zombie.
Okay, that's blame shifting. Sorry.
This is like
It's a cycle of violence.
it's a Howard Stern moment, which we try and avoid.
We big time.
Because, look, we invited you on the show
Yes.
as an expert on how to do exactly the opposite of what you just did. And now, if there are any zombies out there watching the show, they're probably bloodlusting all over the place.
Let me tell you, and look, I seem angry. Guess why?
Why?
I'm mad, and I am the gall of you to turn a show about redemption and about a book you wrote into a show where the book is just ends up not working.
Okay. Well, I have anticipated moments like this, okay? The road to recovery is not without wrong turns, all right? Now, if your case is exceptionally severe, as mine is, if you find yourself relapsing, if you find yourself unable to control your desire for delicious, delicious flesh, step 5, kill me.
What do you mean? No, we're not killing anybody on this show. No one is.
Well, you already
there's
did. We already did. We
No,
already killed the person
we didn't
on this
do
show.
anything.
Who
Well-
made the graphic? We made a graphic that says "kill me."
I gave them my list in advance. Your team is very thorough. They said, what are the points you'd like to cover? And I said, just in case I relapse, I want to include step 5, and I relapsed. And so we included step 5, kill me.
I made the graphic, but I didn't. I thought it was some sort of a
Right, that makes sense.
conceptual joke or something.
No, when you go from woman to zombie and back to woman again, you lose humor. So you should know I was not making a joke. I cannot make a joke.
No.
So
this
kill
is
me.
all. This is all wrong.
Listen, Eric. What we have here with us. Don't talk to that thing. That thing over there.
Wow. I'm still Chet. And I'm saying we can end this now. I could die as me, Chet.
No.
Or I could die as a zombie later.
I've got a pile of Maxim magazines I've never touched under my bed. Okay.
So?
Trust me. I want it so bad.
Lock in here, Eric. You're going through all kinds of emotions right now, man. I want you to look me.
I'm gonna grab one of those Maxims and just go right to the dirty stuff.
Focus in on my eyes. I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to breathe. I want you to breathe in, and I want you to understand that we're not going to kill anybody now. We're men. We're men, and we're going to buy whatever we want with the money that we have.
All right. So you won't kill me. Is that what you've decided?
Is that what we've decided?
Yeah, that's where we landed.
That's where we stand.
I find that morally reprehensible. If you had a sick animal, if you had a sick puppy dog and it was ill, you'd kill it, you'd euthanize it. You wouldn't let that dog die slowly in your house while it eats all the remaining members of your family. You'd kill it.
Oh, you're one sick puppy.
Well, fine. If you won't kill me, this is your last chance. Will you kill me?
We already said
No.
No.
What if, please?
Stop saying that.
Look
Look
at us. Look at both of us at once.
That's hard.
No.
My eyes... I don't know whether my eyes are blurring because of the zombie disease is eating my retinas, or if it's because I can't physically look at two people in the eyes at once.
Just sort of look at us in a sequence.
Potato.
Look at us quickly in a sequence.
Try and fill in the space. And they call that tweening in animation terms. You can do it.
where I was gonna go, we were gonna say no together.
We're
No.
writing a book on this, and chapter 1 starts off. Fuck off.
Fine. If you won't kill me, then it's time for step 6.
What's that?
I have a bomb sewn into my stomach.
I also did make that lower third, but I did not know that this was a literal. Is that what you're saying? There's a literal bomb in your
Yes.
stomach?
There's a literal bomb. I sewed it into my stomach.
What the fuck, man?
I YouTubed how to give yourself a C-section, and I followed that, except I moved it up a bit and found my tummy, and I put a bomb inside that, and then I sewed it back up. Same procedure as you would for a cesarean, except I did it to my stomach, and there's a bomb inside my stomach. Since you won't kill me, I have to kill me.
I want you to, well, I'm not going to tell you how to look at us again, but I am going to say this. You turn it off. Turn it off.
I don't know how.